Cycle 2, green stripe. For this stripe, we'll be covering 4 different stick disarms. Each of the stick disarms is versus an attack that's coming in at strike number 1 or a flat horizontal strike. So the first disarm that we're going to be doing is versus strike 1 coming on a forehand side. You'll need one to scream a stick and a partner to practice with. Hold the stick in your right hand. Partner will also be striking with their right hand as well. Remember, if the stick's in your right hand, your right leg is leading. Here's disarm number 1. Here's what it looks like. Let's break that down, take it a little slower. So first step from here, I'm just going to be blocking the strike that he's throwing. And notice, when he's striking, for practice purposes here, our partner will take a big step back to over-exaggerate that strike. Gives me an opportunity to be ready to block. And then when he goes forward, I'm blocking here. Remember to use this palm to brace that stick. The next move from here, I'm going to take that left palm that was just blocking, take it over the top of the stick, closest to their wrist, come underneath, and now I'm going to turn my hand so that it's a blade of the hand block, like I'm waving at my partner. It'll create an angle in their wrist and the stick that will cause them to release that stick. So again, they're stepping back just to help me with drilling, to prepare me. Block over the top with that left hand, and palm, waving your palm or blade of the hand block going towards your partner. That's disarm number 1. Disarm number 2, now they're striking on the backhand side. So he's going to exaggerate the strike by just really pulling it back. It'll look like this. Whew, and that stick flew on that one. So for this one, it's kind of like the number 1, but when he strikes on the backhand side, I block. I'm like number 1, I'm going over the top again towards the wrist, using my left hand over the top. But now I'm going to bring my palm all the way so that it's pushing down, like I'm pushing down on top of a table. So the angle between the stick, my palm, and my arm is what's going to release that. So one more time. Number 2, block first using that left hand. Come underneath, and palm comes straight down to release that stick. That's disarm number 2. Disarm number 3, from here, forehand. So let's break that down. First thing, again, he's striking with that forehand, so I'll take that big step back. I'm going to block. Always is going to start with this block. Step number 2 from here, my left palm is just going to check the stick closest to where his hand is. So not away, check it closest to the hand side, his holding hand. Then from here, I'm going to take my stick. It's going to slide out so that it's away from his stick here. Slide it out, and now I'm going to strike right to the wrist. This helps soften that grip a little bit too. So again, from here where I'm blocking, I'm going to check, slide it out, and I'm kind of pulling that stick back a little bit here. That way I have some movement now to strike that wrist. Then from here, I'm just going to slide it forward along that wrist and get the end of the stick right in that armpit and poke it in nice and strong, create some tension here. From here, my palm that was bracing on the stick, I'm just going to slide it down towards the end of the stick and use this straight stick that's lodged into his armpit here and my hand as a pry to bring the stick out. Okay, so let's go through that one more time, nice and slow. For number 3, so I'm blocking first, like always. Check the stick, slide it out, strike the wrist, slide it in, make it nice and deep here in the armpit. Make sure this is sturdy. Now slide this hand down to the end, and just all you're doing is you're just pushing the stick down around this bracing point. So make sure this is nice and sturdy in order to release. All right, now let's do stick disarm number 4. Looks like this. Oops, one more time. All right, so let's break that down. It's first is that backhand strike where I'm blocking here. Now I'm going to still do that same check like we did on the last one, but I'm going to check further away from his wrist. So last time we checked close to the hand. We're just going to put the palm further from the hand. Now we're going to slide again towards that armpit. So I'm just taking my free stick, slide it forward, stick it right in nice and deep into the armpit here. I want this nice and sturdy, so I need to find a point where it's actually going into some body mass here. Now from this position, I'm going to take this hand, slide it to the end, use underneath my fingers. So I'm just flipping under now, getting underneath my fingers here, twisting, 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 twisting. Notice how my hand turns to now where the tops of my hand is pushing on the stick. I'm using this as that brace point, just like in disarm number 3, to go around. So let's take that again, number 4. Disarm 4 versus that backhand strike, block, check, just to get this in nice and deep, and I'm just sliding this forward, nice and deep, make sure it's in there good. Back of my fingers towards the end of the stick, and as this is rotating around, just rotating like a windshield wiper, then my hand will turn to where now I can go to the palm and release it at the bottom. So that was our disarm number 4. All right, let's take another look. Disarm 1. Disarm 2. Disarm 3. Disarm 4.